Right now, a local athletic director in court today facing charges over homecoming activities. What parents and students are accusing him of.
That's not going to work either.
Mr. Brooks, you are advised to stop with the commentary.
More drama in the Darrell Brooks trial. What's in store for today and when Brooks could take the stand.
Still tracking some wind chills that are as low as 11 degrees this morning. Bundle up, headed out the door, but we're tracking a warm up.
Can't wait for that. Yet chilly out there this morning. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Leah Lynchide. Before we hit 70, yeah, that's right, this weekend, we have some wind chills in store, huh?
They're here.
Yeah.
They are here as you begin to step out the door, friends. Wind chills are as low as 11 in Camp Douglas for you. Other places do have wind chills in the teens, too. Viroqua, it feels like 16. 19 is what it feels like in the Dells. 18 in Watoma and Waukesha. Moral of the story, the temperatures that you see here, this is what you should dress for as you get ready to head out the door this morning, because this is what it is going to feel like to you, even though the actual air temperature is just a little bit warmer. So a jacket or coat, yep, go ahead and grab that. No need for the umbrella, though. You're not going to need that for the next several days. Sunglasses, yeah, go ahead and take those, because we're going to see plenty of sunshine throughout the day. Doppler track is completely quiet for us. Actual air temperatures have now dipped down into the 20s for everyone except for Janesville. Janesville is at 30, 29 now for Madison, 28 for our friends in Lone Rock. But as we look ahead, temperatures are back at 39 by noon. I expect us topping out into the 40s for your highs later on this afternoon, and that's for everyone across parts of southern Wisconsin. This is the Madison Metro forecast today. Look for those highs all into the 40s.
Hey, we're creeping back up. I'll take it. Chris Reese, thank you very much. Happening tonight, a public hearing on the new Dane County proposed budget that's breaking records.
Shane Hogan is breaking it down with what we can expect tonight and how it might impact your wallet. Hey there, Shane.
Hey, Chris. Yeah, tonight's meeting will discuss the $834 million budget. That is the highest proposed budget in Dane County history. Some of the important takeaways from the budget include the fact that it's raising taxes and the tax levy by nearly 6%. There will also be a 9% inflation raise for all county employees. And now that we're under 3 weeks away from the highly contested midterm election, the budget includes $12 million for a new secure election facility for the Dane County Clerk to house election information. The budget also accounts for 75 new county positions and over $500,000 to expand sexual and reproductive health services for Public Health Madison Dane County. That budget meeting is happening tonight at 6 p.m. Obviously, the thing that's going to get a lot of attention is those raise in taxes. More will come out of that after tonight.
You know, we'll follow up on it. Shane Hogan, thanks for that preview. We appreciate it.
And other top headlines this morning, the athletic director in Baraboo will be in court today. Police arrested him for forcing teenagers out of a car and onto the ground.
According to a criminal complaint, James Langkamp, John Kohler, and one other adult stopped 5 teenagers. They were TPing houses and allegedly recklessly driving around the neighborhood. Kohler has been charged with disorderly conduct since he shot a flamethrower into the air as the teens drove by. James Langkamp, the AD, in court today. He's on non-disciplinary leave with the school district. At least 3 of the teens' parents filed restraining orders against him. An injunction hearing is set for this morning in Sauk County Court.
A man chosen to serve as Madison's independent police monitor has withdrawn from consideration. John Tate II was picked for the job less than a week ago. In a brief statement, the Police Civilian Oversight Board said that Tate accepted another opportunity. Tate received statewide attention earlier this year when Governor Tony Evers asked him to resign as the chair of the State Parole Commission.
In Waukesha County Court, the state looking to rest its case in the trial of the 2021 Christmas parade suspect. Today, the prosecution will examine the red SUV used in the attack, allegedly by Darrell Brooks. The state hoping to rest by the end of the day, but proceedings have been slowed by several outbursts from Brooks in court. He was again removed from the courtroom yesterday after getting into an argument with the judge accusing her of misconduct.
You can't do that.
I need to make a
By law, you can't do that.
I need to make
and you know you can't.
All right, I'm going to excuse everyone. Mr. Brooks is being removed from the courtroom.
Brooks.
The court spent yesterday examining the first few hours after Brooks was arrested. Detectives on the case say he was initially really friendly but became defensive once the parade was brought up. Brooks could take the stand in his own defense again as early as tomorrow.
A 19-year-old charged in 2 separate sexual assault cases near the UW campus has pleaded not guilty to both cases. Safwan Takar faces 4 felony charges from an October 2nd incident, including attempted second-degree sexual assault of an unconscious victim. He's also charged with second-degree sexual assault involving the use of force. That was from an incident in June.
Madison police also releasing the description of another alleged sexual assault suspect. This attack happened near the intersection of North Bassett and West Mifflin the night of September 27th. The victim told police she was walking in the area when a man approached her from behind and groped her. These are 2 of multiple attacks in the past weeks, all by strangers that have the UW campus on edge.
Madison police say they're working on these cases, but also say that it's hard to prevent what they can't predict.
These things happen, and we can't predict them, and we can't necessarily pinpoint where or when they'll occur. And so it's unfortunate that we're seeing them in our city.
All 3 separate assaults took place just off of the UW-Madison campus in areas mostly populated by students. Madison police creating precautions for these situations. The director of the Rape Crisis Center says that can lower the risk, but it's important to lay blame in the right place.
So the important thing to note is that the #1 prevention tool is for perpetrators to not perpetrate sexual assault. So I don't want to give people a false sense of security that if you do A, B, and C, that will prevent something from happening.
Police have released a description of the suspect in the 3rd case. You can head to channel3000.com this morning for a map of the areas where all of these alleged incidents happened and for information on survivor support.
Continuing coverage now of a case out in Green Bay. A 5-year-old girl shot at a home there has now died. She was rushed to the hospital earlier this week after officers responded to a weapons call at the house. Police do have a person of interest in this investigation who's missing this morning. They want to talk to Jordan Levy Carter. He could be driving a dark green Mercury Milan. We have a picture of this car and his license plate number that's up on channel3000.com.
New this morning, Johnson's Sausage Shop adding another product to a long list of recalls they released last week. The new product is the 1-pound vacuum-sealed packages of sweet and spicy beef strips. It's the 18th product taken off shelves since Friday. The Wisconsin Department of Ag Trade and Consumer Protection says these products can contain 2 major allergens, wheat and soy, that were not presented on the food labels. So far, there have been no illnesses reported stemming from all of this. You can find all those products under the recall on our website.
Happening tomorrow, the Milwaukee Bucks open their regular season on the road against the 76ers. The NBA regular season actually kicked off last night with 2 games, including the NBA champions opening up the season, the Golden State Warriors. The Bucks, though, they're going to be without Chris Middleton and Pat Connaughton for the series opener because of injuries. Despite being down those veterans, the Deer say they're more than ready to go.
Our confidence is very high. You know, we've got a lot of great players. The roster's deep. Our players feel like we're in the mix of the best teams in the league. So our confidence is high.
I'm very excited since I got here, feel like home, and everyone down to the players, to the front office, make me feel at home. So I'm very excited about this season.
Tip-off tomorrow, set for 6:30 in Philadelphia. You can watch the game on TNT.
Coming up, a chance for you to take part in UW's homecoming while helping out a worthy cause.
And the 17th annual Radiothon benefiting American Family Children's Hospital is officially underway this morning. Coming up, we're going to show you how you can help make a difference in the 608.
Did you know Tim Michaels encourages violence from his supporters?
People should just be ready to get out in the streets with pitchforks and torches.
He's extremely divisive.
I don't care who I offend.
Is that the kind of divisive radical you want as governor?
Looking at mattresses?
I'm just looking.
Jump on it, roll on it.
No.
Just pretend I'm not here. You have any questions?
Buying a mattress can be uncomfortable.
She seemed nice.
That's why Slumberland has modernized the process. Slumberland. Mattress shopping reinvented.
Beneful knows a full life doesn't just happen. It's a choice to take a swing or take that big leap, to taste all life has to offer. Because a joyful life is a Beneful life.
With special pricing and special financing, you'll love your new floor. I'm Brent Ziegler with H&R Carpets and Flooring. Our interior design staff and craftsman installers make it beautiful at H&R Carpets and Flooring in Wanakee.
He made $57 million from a family business whose growth was directly linked to China. His dad worked the third shift in an auto plant. Johnson pushed tax breaks benefiting himself and his millionaire donors. Barnes will cut taxes for the middle class. Johnson would let states ban nearly all abortions. Barnes will protect our rights. Ron Johnson's extreme and out for himself. Mandela Barnes works for us. SMP is responsible for the content of this ad.
Finding the Honda you really want just got easier. With a longer limited warranty, so long. Downloadable inspection reports, so you see what we see. Downloadable. And complimentary oil changes within the first year. That's what I'm talking about. You've never been more at peace than with Honda Certified Pre-Owned.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal, come have a taste of Wisconsin.
America's Dairyland.
As in real dairy.
It gives Culver's fresh frozen custard its famous rich and creamy flavor.
Like really rich.
So rich.
Rich and creamy.
And our cook-to-order Butterburgers?
They're topped with, you guessed it, Wisconsin cheese.
But it's the smiles we put on your face with every meal made just for you.
It really makes our hearts melt.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Nice.
Right now at Slumberland Furniture, you'll get 30% off all living room furniture. Yup, sofas, sectionals, tables, recliners, and more. All 30% off. Plus 30% off select mattresses and 20% off everything else. On now at Slumberland Furniture.
Tim Michaels' company has been sued numerous times for sexual assault and harassment. Women said they were groped and pressured to have sex with their bosses. Those who spoke out were fired. Is that the kind of divisive radical you want as governor?
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome back. The 17th Annual Radiothon, a fundraiser for the AmFam Children's Hospital, officially kicks off today.
Josh Breider's live in Madison this morning with how we can help out today. Hey there, Josh.
Hey guys, good morning. Yeah, we're about 12 minutes into the Radiothon here, the 17th year of them doing this, and this year is pretty special because we're here at Midwest Family Broadcasting this morning, which is partnering up with American Family Children's Hospital to help make a difference over the next few days. Lori Schultz with UW Health Kids is with us this morning, and you are all smiles today because things are off and running already right now.
They are. We kicked off at 6 a.m. this morning. For 3 days, we're going to be here doing our Radiothon with Midwest Family Broadcasting. Super excited to be here.
So you can see Fish on right now, Q106 behind us. Talk a little bit about what this Radiothon looks like over the next few days.
Yes. Well, first of all, we're super excited to have our families and our patients back together with the radio DJs. We haven't been able to do that for a couple years, so the energy level for today, the excitement to have them back in person is beyond. We're over the moon to have everybody back in person. For 3 days, we've got families coming in with their patients to go into studio and share their journey of how they got to be at American Family Children's Hospital, what that means, and just share their stories with the listeners.
You guys are really rolling out the red carpet here. You've got a little bit of a party room going on here with the headquarters of how this is all working. You know, talk a little bit about just the impact that, you know, folks at home make on an event like this.
Absolutely. You know, people might think, you know, $15 a month, what is that really going to do to help the patients and the families? It's actually huge because when we buy something for child life, so toys, Legos, I'll just use that as an example, we buy in bulk, so we get a really good price when we buy that. So $15 goes a long way for us at the hospital. And, you know, when you get 100 people, you get 1,000 people giving that $15 a month, it really adds up in a hurry. And so really, if we can reach a goal of $500,000, that would be amazing. we can buy a lot of Legos for our patients.
Well, hey, let's make it happen. Let's throw the information up on the screen right now. So what do people need to know? Because there's still plenty of time to donate.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. So people need to either call in to our phone bank and donate, or they can go online. They can go to any one of the radio stations here at Midwest Family Broadcasting, or they can even go to uwhealthkids.org.
All right, Lori, thank you so much. This is so much fun, and things are just getting rolling too, so a lot of excitement to come.
Absolutely. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, you bet, guys. If you'd like to learn more, you can get this up on channel3000.com as well. Pretty cool here. I know we're doing the whole TV thing, but we're watching Fish right now doing their thing on the morning show at this hour, guys. So this is pretty cool to see all of the partnerships bringing this together and making a difference here in the 608.
You love to see it. Do it for the kids. Do it for the kids today. Please contribute to such a great cause. Josh Breiter live this morning for Radiothon. Thanks, Josh.
I'll certainly be listening over on my 106.3. Remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. You can reach out to him on social media or shoot him an email for a chance to be featured.
All right, Wisconsin fans, today and tomorrow is your chance to show that you do, in fact, bleed Badger Red. It is homecoming week, and the Red Cross and the UW are teaming up once again for their annual blood drive at the Nick on Dayton Street, which kicked off yesterday. Over the 3 days, this blood drive is expected to collect 450 life-saving donations.
Some other fun homecoming festivities for the rest of the week. Take a look at your screen. There's going to be a scavenger hunt on campus tonight. The annual Fill the Hill with flamingos on Thursday. That'll be quite the sight. The homecoming parade and pep rally are on Friday. Then the Badgers, of course, taking on Purdue Saturday. All the specifics of these festivities for your family up on channel3000.com right now. And then Friday morning, we're going to be live on campus to help you prepare, get your family out on campus to check out the parade and all the other fun stuff happening this weekend. The weather shaping up for it, too. Chris Reese is keeping an eye on your First Warn weekend forecast. Hey, Chris.
It is never too early to think about the weekend, Leah. And I'll tell you what, 71 is what I have as your forecast high on Saturday, 72 on Sunday, even Friday. We're going to be flirting with the 70s if we aren't there. So a good weekend is in store for a lot of those Badger activities. That being said, whoa. What a juxtaposition there. Temperatures are a lot cooler this morning. Janesville is the warmest spot in southern Wisconsin at 30. It's 24 in Wisconsin Dells, 21 in Boscobel, 20 in Camp Douglas. We'll see if Camp Douglas is able to dip into the teens at all as we go throughout the morning. Even in the Madison Metro, all of us are into the 20s, 25 for Cross Plains, Mount Horeb, and Perry. Sauk City's at 26. Oregon and Verona at 26, 27 for Belleville and Rockdale this morning. The airport is at 29. The wind chill is at 23. So it is a cool morning as you step out, but we do have clear skies. That means the stage will be set for us to see that sunshine as you go throughout the day. So that's something to smile about. We'll keep the sunshine around pretty much all day long. For the next couple of days, we keep that sunshine around. I'm going to walk you through Future Track because I think you're going to see some things that you'll begin to like. That being said, 39 by the time we're at lunchtime. We still have those winds coming out of the north and west. 46 are your high later on this afternoon. Now, the winds relax a little bit today. It's been really blustery. Today, it won't be so bad. Overnight tonight, down to 31. You see these winds out of the south and west? Watch how that begins to play a factor in what happens to our temperatures. Tomorrow afternoon, we're warming up towards 56. Here we go now. We're taking this into Friday, and the model's real excited about this, taking those temperatures all the way up to 70. By the time we get you towards 2 o'clock on your Friday, this is all a part of a warm up that I've been talking about. We tracked the cold shots. Now we're tracking the opposite of that. Warmer temperatures are indeed expected by this weekend, and that's where your 71 and 72 will come from. 69, by the way, on Friday. So a nice day there, too. Your chance for showers and thunderstorms does return after noon on Sunday, and then temps begin to fall with more showers Monday and Tuesday.
Okay, Chris Reese on top of it. Thank you, Chris. Heads up if you share your Netflix password.
Yeah, the streaming giant plans to implement that new plan as early as next year. Plans, that is, to make it tougher for you to share the passwords. Back in March, Netflix started testing extra member and profile transfer features in Chile, Costa Rica, and Peru. That extra member policy is what's probably going to impact you. So if you want to continue to share your account with family and friends, you might have to pay for the sub-accounts under your main account. No word on what exactly that fee will be, but the testing cost around $3 in Costa Rica.
Hey, check this out. If you don't want to ever buy gas again and you've got a lot of money to burn, Rolls-Royce is ready to join the EV car revolution. The British luxury car brand starting production on a two-door fully electric Spectre next year. 557 horsepower, goes from 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds. It'll be able to drive about 260 miles before needing to recharge. The brand says it'll go fully electric by the year 2030.
The price of groceries and other goods continue to skyrocket, but some good news, gas appears to be on the slide down. According to the Energy Information Administration, gas demand decreased nationally last month. So because of that, the national average for gas is down by about 3 cents this week. In Dane County and around Wisconsin this morning, you're going to pay right around $3.72 a gallon.
Coming up, a massive spin on a classic Midwest game.
And ahead in our next half hour, the UW professor taking home the most coveted grant in academics, what she plans to do with that money.
Closed captioning sponsored by Community Shares of Wisconsin's Workplace Giving Campaign.
Cobison Buses, now hiring.
My name's Mike Williams. I've been driving school bus off and on for 21 years. Here at our terminal, we're kind of like a family too. Somebody has an issue with a bus, other people kick in and help and get the job done.
With Pick and Save Fresh Perks, it's easy to get lower than low prices for the win. You also earn fuel points on every purchase to save big at the pump. Pick and Save Fresh Perks. All you do is win big, big savings. Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
Breaking news in Dallas, Texas, where at least 5 police officers were killed when they were ambushed.
This was the deadliest day for U.S. law enforcement since 9/11.
Just days after this horrific crime, Mandela Barnes appeared on Vladimir Putin's propaganda news outlet and rationalized violence against American police officers.
Police officers are over-exercising their badges. This probably was a retaliatory attack.
Do you want Mandela Barnes representing you in the Senate?
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
The Internet of Things is evolving, creating the Internet of You. And Spectrum, America's leading internet and mobile provider, is bringing you seamless connectivity across all your devices. Introducing Spectrum One, Spectrum Internet with speeds of 300 megabits, advanced Wi-Fi, and Spectrum Mobile Unlimited, all for just $49.99 a month. Call 833-673-4999. Spectrum Internet delivers speeds up to a gig with over 99.9% network reliability. Advanced Wi-Fi provides enhanced security and privacy that automatically blocks threats to protect all of your devices. And Spectrum Mobile gives you unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide 5G and the most reliable service coast to coast. Switch now. Call 833-673-4999. At Spectrum, it's not just about connecting things, it's about connecting you. Get it all with Spectrum One, Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and one line of Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for $49.99 a month. Call 833-673-4999 or visit a Spectrum store today.
I'll never forget January 6th, watching my fellow law enforcement officers defending the Capitol, defending our freedoms, defending democracy, and then 5 officers died. But Ron Johnson is making excuses for rioters who tried to overthrow our government, even calling them peaceful protests. Johnson defended Donald Trump's lies and even supported efforts to make it harder for some people to vote at all. Senator Johnson's just not for us.
And Citizens United is responsible for the content of this ad.
With the Pick and Save app, no matter where you order free pickup, you get the same great deals as you get in our stores. So start your cart today. Whenever, wherever. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Cobison Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobison, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobison.com to apply.
Welcome back. Gorgeous picture from Linda. She tweeted this at me. She said it was her morning drive on a Sunday through Iowa County. So Linda clearly knows me. Anywhere in southwest Wisconsin, I'm going to put it on air. Just a beautiful silhouette of the silos. Stanford liked those. Reese likes the clouds. A lot going on.
Little something for everyone. Yeah. Thanks, Linda, for sharing that with us. Use the hashtag MyNews3Morning when you post on social media so we can find it and share yours.
Okay, trending out of Missouri this morning that's going to have a lot of Wisconsinites arguing over what this is called. One man attracting big crowds with his oversized bags board.
Some people call it cornhole. We won't judge.
I will.
Take a look at this. We may not agree on what we call it. We can agree on the fact that this thing is huge. You got to use a slingshot to launch the bags. Oh, a guy named Matt Brokaw down in Missouri made this thing. It is 10 times the size of a normal. I think it's a lot bigger. I mean, the script says it's 10 times bigger than a normal cornhole or bags board, but this thing looks huge. I would totally do this. This looks like fun, doesn't it?
I was going to say, he's got a whole set of pillows that he is throwing.
That's what they are, yeah. They're like heavy pillows. You suggested we put people in there.
No,
You're
that's
crazy.
not what I said. I said teenagers would need adult supervision with this.
If you had a helmet on and you're wrapped in bubble wrap, I think this could be
I've worked with enough middle and high schoolers to know what would happen if this were around and no adults.
I love that it's got the lights on it too, so you can play at night and make it fun.
This would elevate your tailgate, boys and girls.
So you guys call it cornhole or bags?
Bags.
I call it cornhole.
Bags. Bags. Yeah.
You're not from here, are you?
No. No.
Okay, pop or soda or Coke, since you're from the South.
I call it soda.
You call it soda.
I call it soda too, which is not.
Oh,
I know
okay.
it's kind of not what people around here call it. But.
Last one I have to ask, bubbler or water fountain, because the Wisconsinites are split on this.
I will leave if one of you calls it a bubbler.
I don't. I call it a water fountain. I'm on your team here.
Yeah, where I'm from, they call it a bubbler.
Ooh, no, not Sun Prairie, excuse me.
Stevens Point.
It's early. It's early.
The stop and go lights.
Oh my gosh.
Take a drink from the bubbler and
tweet at us. We want to know what you call all these different things.
We're back after this. Stay with us.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Hy-Vee Red Hot deals are super hot this Monday through Thursday. A 3-pound roll of ground beef, only $1.66 a pound. That's Smart Cottage cheese, only 88 cents. And Campbell's condensed soup, only 49 cents. Scan the code, get deals, only at Hy-Vee.
I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
All units, all units. Reports of an abortion at Central Hospital. Officers needed to detain doctor.
If Ron Johnson has his way, he wouldn't just ban abortions. Doctors could go to jail for it. And Johnson's tried for over a decade. He even co-sponsored a bill with no exceptions for rape, incest, or the life of the woman, and said if women don't like an abortion ban, they can just move. But it's Ron Johnson who doesn't belong in Wisconsin.
Welcome to Hollywood. What's your dream?
Get tickets today at overture.org.
Here at Precision, we are veteran-owned, and we take pride in servicing not only our community, but serving our country as well. No job is too big and no job is too small. Here at Precision, we'll fix them all.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Milk with your cereal with Fairlife. It's more like cereal with your ultra-filtered milk with a creamy taste plus 50% more protein, 50% less sugar. Turn nutrition into nutrition. Fairlife ultra-filtered milk.
Okay, let's start with some clouds, some mountains over there, and finally a river. Hey, Dad, look.
Looks like the perfect spot.
American Family Insurance is here to protect your family on the road with the Travel Peace of Mind package. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance.
It's easier to manage my chemo side effects since a great supportive care came to see me. They're taking the time to listen and talk about options for feeling better.
a grace, caring every step of the way.
It was Halloween. My daughter stopped at 3 homes, her girlfriend's house, her teacher's house, and the man that murdered her. He molested her. He put her in a garbage bag. He was going to be released in 2018. Josh called. He was not there for me at all. You want some help to find out what's going on, and he doesn't help. He don't care about the victims. I know Eric Toney does. Eric Toney helped keep that man that murdered my daughter from being released. Eric Toney's always been there for me, and that's the kind of attorney general we need.
Hy-Vee Red Hot deals are super hot this Monday through Thursday. Hy-Vee frozen vegetables, only 58 cents. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve Round Roast, only $2.88 a pound. And Doritos or Tostitos, only $1.88. Scan the code, get deals, only at Hy-Vee.
Right now, our election coverage 2022 continues. The important deadline we're helping you meet today, ahead of November 8th.
Also, a fiery tragedy. 5 young victims burned at a bonfire. What authorities say happened.
We're getting you out the door this morning, and I have your full day planner forecast coming up.
Good Wednesday morning, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Leah Lynchine. Thanks for waking up with us on this chilly Wednesday. The good news, temperatures moving in the right direction as the day and the week goes on. The bad news, you are talking about wind chills.
You said chilly Wednesday. That's all I heard. I'm hungry this morning.
Oh, yeah. Chris Reason is chilly.
I was like, that's not bad news. Come on, we can make some. No, it is pretty cold. Grab a jacket. Headed out the door. It's one of the things I'm telling you as you begin to set your way out. The jacket or the coat, that will be a necessity. You can leave the umbrella at home, and you can leave it home for a while. I'd grab the sunglasses too. This time of the year, the sun is bright and seemingly relentless with just how bright it can be at times. That being said, headed to the bus stop, temperatures will be into the 20s. Midday for recess, it's another jacket afternoon if you're going to be out and about. Low 40s headed home from the bus stop later on this afternoon. In fact, temperatures generally top out right around 46, and you'll keep that sunshine around for the entire day. So yesterday, we had some cloud cover to start. You see the sun already, and there's not even a cloud in the sky. 29 is where the temperature stands. Winds are out of the north and west at 6 miles per hour. Wind chills are down into the low 20s. 27 for Stoughton. Cottage Grove is at 26, 25 in Verona, 28 in Middleton this morning. Sun Prairie's at 27. Wanakee is at 26. But planning out the day, here's how we begin to warm things up. 46 your afternoon high for Madison. Verona, Cross Plains, Mount Horeb, likely all topping out right around 44. 43 for Cottage Grove and Sun Prairie for your highs later on this afternoon.
All right, thank you, Chris. Today marks an important deadline for the upcoming midterms.
Our Shane Hogan is helping you out with a breakdown of what you need to do if you still need to register. Good morning, Shane.
Hey, good morning, Leah. That's right. Today is the last day Wisconsinites can register by mail or online to vote in the upcoming November 8th election. Any voter wanting to register by mail needs to have their registration form and proof of residence postmarked and sent to their municipal clerk's office by no later than today. That's according to the Wisconsin Elections Commission. Today is also the same deadline for voters using the My Vote website to register to vote online. And also today you can after today, I should say, you can still register to vote at your clerk's office during business hours until 5 p.m. That's on November 4th. And important to note, you can register at the polls on Election Day as well. To check your registration status and to see who's on your ballot, go over to myvote.wi.gov. A lot of really good information there. And this election, guys, it's creeping up on us. So some really good, important deadlines if you are planning to vote.
Shane Hogan helping us out all week long. Thank you very much, Shane. All right, Sun Prairie is ready for winter now more than ever before. They're amending a city ordinance that didn't previously allow snowball fights.
That's right. The municipal code had defined it as a dangerous missile, and if thrown, could be processed as disorderly conduct or even assault. While no one's ever been prosecuted for a snowball fight, one alderman told us that it's important to update these outdated municipal codes.
I think children have had a lot of things taken from them in the last couple of years with the COVID pandemic, and let's let kids be kids and have a snowball fight if they want to.
The alderman also noted that if someone did throw a snowball with malicious intent, there are other statutes on the books to prohibit that behavior. And believe it or not, there are still 9 Wisconsin municipalities that had an ordinance prohibiting the throwing of snowballs.
Staying in Sun Prairie now, 4 years after the explosion that killed a firefighter and injured several others, city leaders are developing a piece of property here that's going to move the city one step closer toward rebuilding what it lost in 2018. Last night's Common Council decision means the site will soon be developed into a 4-story mixed-use building. It's going to include 110 apartments and approximately 4,000 square feet of commercial space. It will also feature a spot for a future memorial.
New this morning, 5 young victims still recovering at the burn center in Milwaukee County this morning after a bonfire in Pulaski left them injured on Friday night. More than 17 victims drove themselves to hospitals for burn-related injuries Friday. Police say that around 40 people were there at a post-homecoming bonfire when some kind of accelerant like gasoline was poured onto the flames, causing it to burn out of control. The Shawano County Sheriff's Office says they never received a 911 call.
We received one 911 hang-up call that was plotted in the area but was not at the residence. Our sheriff's office believes that they did not call 911 as there was evidence of underage drinking there when we got to the scene. We're trying to assure the public and assure kids that our concern right now is not underage drinking. Our concern is finding out what happened.
According to the mother of one victim, her son has burns on 21% of his body. He'll have to have multiple skin grafts and will be at the burn center for at least 2 more weeks. His family and others have started a GoFundMe page. No charges have been filed in this, and police are still asking for any witnesses to come forward.
Overseas now, Ukraine's president says his country faces a tough and dark winter after the latest Russian attacks knocked out 30% of the country's power. Residents of a damaged building in the Kharkiv region are hunkering down as temperatures drop. One man says they have no electricity, no water, no gas. They're cold. United Nations humanitarian workers warn they might not be able to meet all of the needs of Ukrainians who are asking for assistance.
We have, and of this I'm absolutely convinced, a high risk of mortality during the winter months with families and communities who have been left with absolutely nothing.
The head of the International Atomic Energy Agency says there are talks to help protect a major Russian-occupied nuclear power plant in southeastern Ukraine.
Monica Kim, UW professor, just named one of 25 Macarthur Fellows, also known as the Genius Grant, as one of the most coveted awards in academia. It includes an $800,000 grant with no strings attached. Kim's career has been dedicated to understanding American warfare, more specifically the Korean War, from a bottom-up level. Genius Grant isn't just a reward for past work, rather it's an investment in potential. Her research has been strung together by scholars around the globe and people in Korea. She says this grant will allow her to streamline that.
So I feel like this kind of money gives me the opportunity to really bring together actually those worlds, right? Scholars, activists, journalists, so we can all talk and have a really sustained conversation about a different way of thinking about global geopolitics.
Kim says the money will also help her write her second book. Other recipients this year include 2 former UW students and a former UW professor. Congratulations to all.
Very exciting.
6:37. As we take a look outside this morning, it is a very chilly start to your Wednesday, talking about wind chills coming up. But that warm up is on the way. Chris is timing out whether it will get here in time for the weekend.
And women's hockey on the rise. If you're looking for a Wisconsin sports team to cheer on this season, this is it, folks. More coming up after the break.
And costume change, anyone? We're in the selfie booth here at the 17th Annual Radiothon for American Family Children's Hospital. How you can help, coming up.
Dear Exit Strategy, all your pieces are in place. Thanks for being there when I need you most. Always Toyota SUVs. Toyota, let's go places.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
Maybe these guys will buy our house.
What could go wrong?
Like rookie home buyers who can lower or cancel offers without notice. We Buy Ugly Houses won't reduce or cancel our firm cash offers before closing. Call or click to sell quick.
Join us at the Madison Fall Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns. Visit and get inspired for your 2023 building and remodeling projects. Go to MadisonParadeOfHomes.com and purchase your tickets today.
heard from my doctor it was my worst nightmare. My baby's diagnosis was dismal, a severe abnormality, and my husband and I decided to have an abortion so our daughter wouldn't suffer. Tim Michaels thinks that decision should have been his, not ours. He wants to criminalize abortion. And if he's elected, women will lose the freedom to decide what's best for them. Tim Michaels is just way too radical for Wisconsin.
So I just started this new trapeze class and...
Whoa, the new iPhone is here.
I know, right? The ultimate iPhone. US Cellular paid for mine and I was already a customer.
The new iPhone is here.
Right, and you'd be smart to get it at US Cellular. They have price protection, so you know your rate won't go up.
Now, new and current customers can get any new iPhone 14 Pro or iPhone 14 Pro Max on us.
Okay, I'll just wait here and watch your donut.
At US Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
They say you eat with your eyes first, so here's a good look at our new thick and fluffy French toast. Artisan challah dipped in vanilla cinnamon batter. French toast the way it's meant to be. Try all 3 flavors, only at IHOP. Download the app and earn free food with every purchase.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
Maybe she could sell her house.
What could go wrong?
Like listing your house, then dealing with all the trouble, expense, not to mention closing costs. We Buy Ugly Houses can buy your house fast for all cash as is with no hassle. Call or click to sell quick.
Dear Exit Strategy, all your pieces are in place. Thanks for being there when I need you most. Always Toyota SUVs. Toyota, let's go places.
As political ads bombard you with campaign promises and claims to capture your vote, News 3 Now gives you a reality check, clarifying the candidates' messages and finding the facts to help you make informed choices. Reality Check, tonight on News 3 Now at 6. News 3 Now brought you the only debate between Governor Tony Evers and challenger Tim Michaels, focusing on the important issues facing Wisconsin and our nation. Committed to giving you a clear and objective view of campaign 2022. News 3 Now, your local election headquarters. You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Hi, Chris. I'm Karen from Lake Mills. Chris, plan my day.
Hey, that's day 2 with Lake Mills showing up with the Plan My Day. Good morning, Karen. I'll tell you what, it's a cool morning with the wind chills yet again. Headed out the door, wind chills right around Jefferson County are hanging out into the upper teens and low 20s. So it is cooler, but we are starting to see more of that sunshine. Now, the closest official airport to you, Dane County Regional, that's where the temperature is at 29. The wind chills at 23, so we're seeing those cooler temperatures this morning. And most areas, especially east, are into those middle 20s. So do be prepared for that as you head out the door. Doppler track is quiet for all of southern Wisconsin, including Lake Mills this morning, and we will stay quiet all day tomorrow, even all day the next day. It's going to take us a moment before we start to get any rain chances joining the picture. So enjoy the sunshine for now. This is what happens throughout the rest of today. We really begin to warm things up. 12 o'clock, a lot of those temperatures are right around 39 to even 40. We should continue to see more of that sunshine as well. For your highs this afternoon, we'll top out around 45, 46, and then we'll start to cool things back down into the low 30s overnight tonight. So another cool night, but more sunshine expected tomorrow. And tomorrow, you'll likely make it into the middle 50s. We really begin to see a warming trend as we move toward the weekend, and it's a warming trend that will ultimately send our temperatures into the 70s by the time we get you towards Saturday and Sunday. Following that up, though, we're always talking about what's next here because we're your first one weather team. Following that up, there's already another shot of cold that I'm watching as we start to move towards the middle and end of next week. So your temperature trend, 56 on Thursday, 71 on Saturday, 72 on Sunday. But then you have 56 again on Tuesday. That one comes with rain showers and a little bit of wind. So it won't be as comfortable as tomorrow's going to feel. Then 40s. Follow that up. We'll be breezy with chances of flurries at night.
Bless you.
Excuse me. Thank you very much, Chris. We appreciate it.
Hey, the 17th annual Radiothon just got going. It's a big fundraiser for AmFam Families AmFam's Children's Hospital. That just got started less than an hour ago.
Yeah, Josh Breider is live on Madison's West Side, all dressed up in scrubs, talking about how all of us can help. Good morning, Josh.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, looking good in red this morning. Check out my scrubs here. They got me all up and going as the 17th annual Radiothon is now underway. 17 years, that's a pretty big deal. This year, we're coming to you from Midwest Family Broadcasting, our partners here on the west side. I want to bring in Lori Schultz right now with UW Health Kids because you are really the big organizer of this event. And I mean, this is like Christmas morning for you, and it's such a special day for so many folks.
It is. We are so excited to have the kickoff this morning. Thanks for being here to help us kick off. It's been a lot of fun this morning. Yes, we're in person. We get to have our families and patients live. We don't have to record on the phone this year, so we're super excited about that.
So talk about the Radiothon itself. You can see Fish on Q106 behind us this morning. So this is really about a lot of local folks and studios coming together.
It is. We have all of the stations here at Midwest Family Broadcasting. We've got the DJs in studio to interview our families and patients. They'll be coming in throughout the next 3 days. And we are just going to build and build and build and hopefully get all those champions for kids in the next 3 days.
So talk about that impact of why this is going on. You know, why do this here for the community?
Well, this is really important because a lot of our programs within American Family Children's Hospital are funded through philanthropy. And so every dollar that's raised these next 3 days stays right here in Madison and actually goes back to our patients and families. It's really to help them to make their stay better, to have the environment not be scary for our patients when they come in. And it's really all about treating the whole entire family and not just the sick child.
And this is really full circle for you because you've been there. You know that the impact that this has on being a family.
Exactly, yes. Our daughter was diagnosed with leukemia a while back, but we are a former patient family. We had an experience that was like none other. And actually, we never knew about the Children's Hospital here in Madison until we had to utilize it. And we hear that story over and over and over again from our families. And we really are lucky that we have such a world-class facility right here in our backyard.
So let's help even more families. Let's throw the information up on the screen right now. What do people need to know, Lori, over the next few days?
We need them to call or go online and donate to become a champion for kids, which is giving $15 a month for the next year to really help fund those programs within our hospital.
So a 3-day Radiothon. It all leads up to the big event on Friday.
Yes, we have a big reveal, 7 p.m. Friday night, so I hope everyone tunes in to see what our total is.
Wonderful. We'll get that up on channel3000.com. Now, before we go, we're in the selfie booth.
Yes.
So, Lori, what are you going to grab here?
Oh, I have to get the white boa, of course.
I'm going to grab the wig again. We'll see how easy this is to get on live TV. I had hair in my mouth earlier, so.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
All right.
I got my little umbrella here, too. Although I don't think we have any rain in the forecast today.
We better not,
look at this.
right?
We're going to take a selfie live on News 3 Now this morning. Here we go. Guys, we'll send it back to you. Let's make a difference here in the 608.
Looking good for a great cause. We appreciate it, Josh. Thanks so much.
Hey, don't forget to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Reach out on social media for a chance to be featured.
All right, to Badger women's hockey now. They're headed back to LeBon tomorrow night. Since that early season loss to Penn State, you might remember, they have seen 7 straight wins. That includes 4 shutouts and an overtime thriller in St. Cloud. It is still early in the season, right? It's October, but in the eyes of the upperclassmen, seeing how far they've come so far is already impressive.
We just were like, okay, we don't like that feeling, so let's just do everything we can to not let that happen again. So it's been cool to see how we've gone from the first game to this past game.
Really shows our team identity. We know that no game's going to be easy, and I think that we learned that from our first game against Penn State where we lost. I think adversity early is good, and that helps us in the long run.
So tomorrow's puck drop, it's at 7 p.m. It's a 2-game series against Bemidji State. Wishing them all the luck.
Good luck.
6:47 on your Wednesday. Coming up in the morning sprint, a new move to help you find relief at the pump as prices start to decline.
If you got a little kiddo turning 3 soon, let us know so we can show their picture on TV. We'll be right back.
This portion of News 3 Now is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Warrens, Wisconsin.
Life gets bigger when you break from the herd. The Volkswagen Tiguan. Visit your Volkswagen dealer today to learn more about the versatile 2022 Tiguan. Limited inventory available.
The price of gold is at a 7-year high. Get top cash on the spot for your gold at Diamond Select. Cash in today while the price of gold is high. Don't miss out. Get instant cash for your gold today at Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
Over 800 convicted criminals released. 270 murderers and attempted murderers released. 44 child rapists released. Tony Evers' parole commission has released hundreds of violent criminals early, including some of the worst killers in Wisconsin history. Evers' liberal policies are making our communities less safe. Tony Evers put criminals first and our family's safety last.
The house before you, over 30 years old, still has its original window. Boom.
There's no need to be afraid of old windows. Call Feldco for 50% off.
It's the biggest sale of the season. 50% off Feldco windows, plus no money down and no interest until 2024.
50% off windows ends soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Everyone's talking about the hit musical sensation Come From Away. It's a true story. Thousands of people stranded in a small town in Newfoundland on 9/11. And the locals, they opened up their homes. Come From Away, the Broadway musical that celebrates the best of humankind.
At Diamond Select, our on-site goldsmith can create a beautiful, one-of-a-kind piece. Whether it's repurposing an old ring or creating from a picture online, we're here to help you create jewelry of your dreams. Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
It's a lovely day to... Cars built with safety in mind, even for those guys. Visit your Volkswagen dealer today to learn more about the spacious 2023 Atlas. Limited inventory available.
Open a certificate or money market account at Summit Credit Union today.
6:51, time for the morning sprint.
In Sun Prairie, a man is recovering from serious injuries when he was hit by a garbage truck. Dane County deputies say the 41-year-old didn't stop at the intersection of County Highway TT and Ridge Road when it happened. He was broadsided by the dump truck. The driver ejected from his pickup. Though he is dealing with those serious injuries, he is expected to survive. The garbage truck driver wasn't hurt.
A 17-year-old girl recovering at American Family Children's Hospital this morning after a 17-year-old boy from Fall River allegedly tried to kill her. Dylan Lenz now charged with attempted first-degree intentional homicide, and the details are disturbing. Lenz told police that he met the 17-year-old girl through an app. Then they parked at the Beaver Dam Goodwill parking lot. The criminal complaint alleges that he began choking her and stabbing her with a box cutter, stabbing her multiple times in the right shoulder. Lenz then let her out of the car and hit her with his car. He reversed and then hit her again and left the scene. When asked why he did it, he said he was trying to kill her.
A 19-year-old man charged in 2 separate sex assault cases near the UW campus is pleading not guilty. Safwan Takar faces 4 felony charges from an incident earlier this month. Police say he broke in through the window of an apartment and sexually assaulted a woman sleeping inside. Another woman says that Takar assaulted her in June after offering to drive her home from the bar. A judge ordered both cases to be bound over for trial.
President Biden plans to announce a release of 15 million barrels of oil from the U.S. Strategic Reserve. It's in response to recent cuts from OPEC plus nations, with just a few weeks to go before the midterms here. It'll complete the release of 180 million barrels Biden authorized back in March.
Philanthropist Mackenzie Scott is donating $5 million to the Greater Watertown Community Health Foundation. The money will help the Every Child Thrives initiative that brings groups from area counties to promote kindergarten readiness.
Mackenzie Scott also making the largest ever donation by a single person to the Girl Scouts of America. She gifted the organization $84.5 million. The Girl Scouts said in a release that Scott and the national chapter will now choose 29 local councils to get the money. The Girl Scouts of America is the largest leadership organization for girls in the world with 2.5 million members.
The family of the late George Floyd has sent a cease and desist letter to rapper Ye, formerly known as Kanye West. This is breaking this morning. In the letter, lawyers for the family said they intend on filing a lawsuit for, quote, harassment, misappropriation, defamation, and infliction of emotional distress. This comes after Ye said on a podcast that Floyd's death was due to fentanyl in his system. The letter demands he remove the interview and refrain from making similar comments. Back on the UW campus, Badger men's soccer season getting underway in Madison. Carter Abbott is already being named the Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week before last night's game even started. It's the junior goalie's second honor of his career. Hoosiers ultimately get the win with a 2-1 score. The Badgers' next match is set for Sunday against Northwestern.
Across Wisconsin this morning, Kimberly Clark in Neenah is celebrating 150 years. It started back in 1872. The mill began making a form of cotton and products mostly used for soldiers in wars. Since then, they've generated billions in annual sales and invented new materials like Kleenex.
The IRS is adjusting federal tax brackets to account for inflation. Brackets for multiple types of filers will get around a 7% bump. Basically, that means more Americans get to keep more of their money. Since the IRS adjustments are for 2023, though, taxpayers won't actually see those returns until 2024.
Newly obtained body camera video from the Tampa Police Department shows the arrest of several people accused of voter fraud, all of them ex-felons. 2018 state constitutional amendment restored the right to vote for most ex-felons, except those convicted of murder or felony sex offenses. But there's some confusion. Some of the arrested ex-felons say the state allowed them to register to vote and vote. Someone plans to pay nearly $40,000 for a new iPhone that's 15 years old. This first release 2007 iPhone was auctioned off over the weekend. It was still in its original box and factory sealed. 15 years ago, the device retailed for about $500 to $600. The auction house expected it to go for at least $30,000.
Temperatures are in the 20s this morning. We're at 27 right now in Madison. Janesville, you did it. You stayed at 30 the whole day, or the whole morning anyway, and temperatures have yet to fall into the 20s there. Over the next 12 hours, we'll be warming up to 46, and that does come with sunshine for all of us. Doppler track is completely clear right now and likely remains clear for the next several days. I'm not tracking any rain chances in here until we get towards Sunday afternoon.
Ooh, all right. Chris Reese, we appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Stay with us, folks. We'll have another news and weather update coming up here in about a half an hour.